252 million years ago, the Earth died. The extinction unfolded over tens of thousands of years as a slow, suffocating burn, a period geologists call the Great Dying. Extreme eruptions pumped billions of tons of carbon into the atmosphere, turning the oceans to acid and filling the air with toxic gases. This line graph maps the total collapse of life during the event. Populations plummeted to a baseline of just 5%, meaning 95% of all species were wiped out forever. The surface became a scorched wasteland, where the basic biological requirements for survival, breathable air and stable temperatures, simply vanished. The dominant apex predators of the time were the first to go. Their large bodies required massive amounts of oxygen, and as the atmosphere choked with ash, they suffocated. Amidst the skeletons of that world, one animal kept walking. The Lystrosaurus was roughly the size of a pig, equipped with a sharp beak and two prominent tusks. Lystrosaurus belonged to a group called Therapsids, distant relatives of mammals that occupied a space between the early reptiles and the creatures we recognize today. While the fiercest hunters on the planet were choking to death, this unassuming scavenger somehow navigated the ash and the heat. Its survival was the result of a specific physical toolkit that happened to be perfectly suited for the end of the world. To stay alive, the creature had to avoid the surface entirely. Those sharp tusks and powerful forelimbs were specialized tools for a life spent underground. Lystrosaurus was a master burrower. This cross-section shows why that mattered. While toxic storms and heat scorched the surface, the soil offered a stable, insulated environment where the air was filtered and the temperature remained survivable. By moving its entire existence into the earth, Lystrosaurus neutralized the most immediate threats of the volcanic eruptions. But surviving as an individual is different from sustaining a species across thousands of years of collapse. Recent fossil excavations in South Africa have finally revealed how they managed it. Researchers discovered clusters of soft-shelled eggs that suggest a live-fast, die-young approach to life. These animals didn't wait for maturity to breed. They grew and reproduced at a rapid pace, producing new generations faster than the apocalyptic environment could kill them off. Biologists refer to this as a disaster taxon, a species that is uniquely equipped to capitalize on the failure of every other organism in the ecosystem. At this time, the Earth's land was joined in a single supercontinent called Pangea. With the apex predators gone and the heavy herbivores wiped out, the entire world was essentially empty. Lystrosaurus spread into that vacuum unhindered. They multiplied until they accounted for nearly 90. The worst mass extinction in history had inadvertently created a global monopoly for one single burrowing scavenger. Viewed across the entire timeline of life, the survival of this one species connects our era to the deep past. On the evolutionary tree, Therapsids occupied the transition between early reptiles and the eventual emergence of mammals. If you trace the line upward from that node, you find a direct genetic path to every mammal on Earth today, including us. Had Lystrosaurus failed to navigate the heat and the ash, the specific lineage that eventually led to humans would have been permanently severed 250 million years ago. It's a reminder that evolution doesn't always reward the strongest or the most specialized hunters. We exist today because an ancient tusk scavenger was small enough to hide in the dirt and fast enough to outrun the end of the world.